Hey, hi, hello. Good evening. Welcome to the middle of the week. Uh, hope you're doing well. Hope your week has been treating you well. Hello, Carusa VT. Welcome. Thanks for checking me out, and thank you for the follow as well. And hello to you also, Molecular Shadow Fox. It's good to see everyone. How are y'all doing tonight? My week has been pretty easygoing, as it has been for a while. Like, thankfully, no major assignments. You know, it's just, hey, do some incidental work that's not due for quite a while, so plenty of time to work on it. But you know, you always have to keep on working on it lest it pile up and you have yourself a nearly insurmountable mountain of stuff to do close to the deadline. So hey, work is work, right? Hi, hello. Here as always. Nice. Yes, it is always good to see you. Ah, you found me from zero. Ah, okay. Yeah. It's a small world, isn't it? So yeah, we are here tonight for will probably be like the final session of Forza Horizon 4, mostly because we are pretty close to getting those final few championships. As I said last week, as I said I would do last week, I went and did a bunch of road races, and man, I should have expected it, but yeah, the influence requirements to go from level to level do increase quite a bit. I was like doing a blueprint event that was netting me like 30,000 experience per race, and like early on, you know, that would get me like a level per race, but towards the end, I was needing to do like 3 or 4 of them. And then level 19 kind of threw me off because that one had the bar nearly fill up from just one race again. I'm like, okay. Scaling is weird. Hopefully I didn't miscalculate things. Oh, we'll be able to get that unlocked tonight. The grind is real. Yeah. As it is. I'm surprised they put it that far behind, like level 20. And in the road race too. I feel like a big concluding race should just be like an overall influence requirement, even if they stick it at like level 150 or something. But yeah, you know, it's been a while, right? Like they made the decisions they did, and we just have to work with it. Anyways, since I did a lot of races, we had the Barton Finds unlock, so we'll actually open with that tonight. Let's see what they have to say about these cars. The GT40 MK1.
Now, I couldn't make heads or tails of what I was doing out there till the mechanics told me. These things were designed and built in the UK, but the engine was from America. Did you know that? Isn't learning fun?
Wow. A bit of multinational design here. Very interesting. 3 months away from being here for 3 years. Oh, and I thank you for sticking with me for this long. I appreciate all your support. And now for the 1998 TVR.
See that engine? 7.7 litres, 12 cylinders, maybe 1,000 horsepower. I feel like I've just found a decommissioned nuclear warhead in an old shed. Take it, but just be careful with it, yeah?
That's quite the metaphor there. Oh my. So yeah, very, very vivid imagery. You got quite the shock to see yourself on the blue sky short. I mean, sometimes the dialogue works out, right? Sometimes it's like, oh, hey, you know, this is a pretty funny moment. Well, add that to the video. Alright. Let's get out here, shall we? And I figured since the race portion will probably be a bit shorter than usual, maybe I'll check out 2 stories tonight, right? Amongst what we have left here, we can check out 2 of them. Do we have like any stories, or is it all like businesses? Guess we can find out. Oh, that's Upgrade Heroes. I think that's a business. Drift Club is a story. Express. Oh, world's fastest rentals. Wait, how have I not done that? Yeah, let's go there.
In 100 yards.
The heck me.
Turn left.
How's my week been so far? It's been a good, easy-going week. Work has been pretty standard, pretty straightforward. Be thankful for that.
So, I know some skills just can't be taught and all that stuff, but can you teach me whatever you just did?
Yeah. I know. I guess I'm like pretty excited for February because I know like a lot of heavy hitter titles are coming this month. Man, a lot of them escape my mind, but the one I can think of especially is Monster Hunter Wilds. I know everyone is excited for that. Almost everyone. Everyone who enjoys Monster Hunter is excited for that, and maybe even those who like perhaps have not played Monster Hunter yet are excited by that. I mean, Capcom's knocked it out of the park so far with Monster Hunter World and then later Monster Hunter Rise. And given Wilds is going to be more along like the World style of gameplay, I imagine. Plenty of people are going to be into it. I know like the first beta test had a few complaints. The one that kind of stuck with me the most is that apparently the Insect Glaive was originally going to be nerfed and they were going to have like fewer air combos, but I guess enough people kicked up a ruckus about it that they were like, okay, you can have your air combos, we'll give them back to you. That's along with all the other improvements Insect Glaive got, so maybe I'll stick with it. Although I've heard like the other weapons got some pretty good buffs as well, so it should be pretty cool.
Turn right.
I guess the other kind of semi-significant thing I did this week was check out the Steam Idol Fest. I guess it's going to be their thing now. They're going to do like bi-weekly sales that are themed around the thing if they're not doing their big seasonal sales. And this period is all about the idle games. There were a few of them that actually caught my eye, mostly because they were around 50% off, so might pick them up, give them a go. Although this week's all about like demos of roguelites that are inspired by some classic tabletop game, but you'll have to keep an eye out just in case stuff on your wish list is going cheap. That's usually the good way to do it, right? It's what I do too, right? If I see a game I'm interested in, but it might be, I feel like it's a bit priced out of my range, I'll just throw it on the wish list. Go, oh yeah, I'll come back to it. Or if a big sale pops up, then I'll head over to the wish list, sort by discount, and like see what's on offer, right? Or even if there isn't a big sale, because Steam usually has a deal going on, even on the off week.
In 400 yards, turn left.
Yeah, that's been my week. How's everyone else's
Turn around
week been
when it is safe
so
to
far?
do so.
You're all doing well in this first full week of
You have
February.
arrived at your destination.
Hopefully, you got no curveballs thrown at you.
This is the perfect location, yeah? It's
Oh.
gonna make us a mint.
Oh, it's a business.
I've got a waiting list
mean,
of clients already,
sure.
but I think we should try out all the cars first. Don't you agree?
Yeah, sure, let's do it. It's only 100,000 credits.
Good decision.
I'll
good
make that money back.
decision. You and me, we're gonna show everyone what world's fastest really means.
It's gonna be a lot of hypercars, isn't it? Been stuck in the office on recruitment for my team. Ah, okay. the paperwork end of things. Ah.
What do you think? So we've got the premises.
It's always
I've
the
got
thing that
contacts,
most
and
people don't
you've got-
talk about, right?
Well,
the
you've
thing
got
that
a few
some people
minutes
don't
to kill
see
before
either.
our
It's always
first
the business
client
side of things,
arrives.
right? People see the
2013
front end of
Lamborghini
it, which is
Veneno.
usually the exciting
Take the
bit,
keys
but
and show Horizon what it can do.
there's a lot
I want
of
them all talking about
back end
us.
stuff you have
I
to
want the
do,
punters
right?
to know
Like
that when we
maintenance
say world's
and
fastest,
finance,
we mean it.
and yeah, getting all the staff together and everything.
Just a quick run out to Glen Rannoch. Oh, and our first client's on the way, remember? Better step on it.
Do this in a minute 21.
In 400
At
yards.
least it's like a rated section to start out. Oh wow. Okay.
Turn right.
It's like they gotta cover like 3 miles in that much time. Am I gonna even be able to do it? Oh, that car looked a little funny. It was like jumping a little bit there.
At the roundabout.
Yeah,
take
all the
second
classic
exit.
interview questions. Why do you want to work for us? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What do you do when you're faced with a difficult situation? You have this egg here. How are you going to drop it down a 10-story building without breaking it? Why are M&Ms round? Yeah. I've heard some number of those.
In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
Oh, wow. Okay. And then 2 stars is just 4
Nice
seconds slower.
work. I'll have it
Holy
picked up
cow.
and toweled off. And you better vanish before the client sees you. Call me when you're ready for the next one, yeah? I'm thinking something Scandinavian.
Alright. I'm gonna try that once more. Oh, wait! Really?
Just a quick run out
Even
to
though I
Glen
retried
Rannoch.
from the
Oh,
results
and
screen,
our first
they
client's on the way,
immediately
remember? Better step on it.
brought us back.
In 400
It's gotta be like some sort of miracle, or just like some sort of fluke, right? Ah, nuts. Yeah, that's not gonna fly. If I leave for the convention at 9 a.m. going road speeds, how long will it take you to drive 200 miles? Yeah. I like that.
Turn right.
And I remember way back when I had a friend who was trying to apply for jobs and stuff, and they were perhaps getting in a bit over their heads because they were like the kind of person who would kind of maybe embellish or, you know, maybe fake a bit of credentials, right? Just like put stuff on the resume that they might not know just to make themselves look more appealing. Apparently that kind of bit them in the ass one time because they were telling me about this one interview they went to where they perhaps embellished a bit too much. And the interviewers started asking them like very specific questions related to the particular skill set they were looking for. And of course, my friend was pretty much looking like a deer caught in the headlights. And I was like, That's usually why maybe you don't want to go too hard in that in that route, right? Oof, yeah, that'll bite back hard. Yeah, it absolutely did. Granted,
Nice work.
better they found out
I'll
now
have it picked up
than
and toweled
if they got
off.
hired
You better
onto the
vanish before
job,
client sees you.
and then they expect to
Call me
have
when
that
you're
skill
ready for the
set on
next one,
hand,
yeah?
and then
I'm thinking
once again, friend would be like,
something
deer caught in
Scandinavian.
headlights, except now they're gonna be an absolute detriment. And they end up wasting everyone's time too, right? It's like they think they're gonna get the company thinks they're gonna get themselves a great asset, but unfortunately they have to go kick the new recruit to the curb and repeat the whole process all over again. You know, just put out a new listing, repeat the interview process, and everything else. Yeah. I know there's a saying that goes, fake it till you make it, but obviously there's going to be limits to that, right? Obviously gotta know how much you're going to be able to fake it, or how much you'll be able to learn on the fly, right? Everyone puts on the CV. Socializing, we know that's English for I go down to the pub. Yeah, there you go. Alright, let's see the Scandinavian car we'll get to drive. Yeah, there are some things that I've stopped bothering putting on like a resume because it becomes expected, right? So things like word processing skills and spreadsheet skills, right? Presentation skills, things like that. You're like, everyone you would hope would at least know it to a degree, so I've stopped bringing those
Only
up.
the Swedish could come up with something so simple and so completely wild.
Koenigsegg. That actually makes sense. Alright.
Head for Bamborough Castle. There's a nice straight down there where you can really open it up.
100 miles per hour for one star. Ah! Huh. Can work as part of a team and on my own initiative. Ah. Were you the type of person, whenever you had to, like, fill out a resume, you'd start typing in to the search engine, like, alright, resume tips, most important words to stick in the resume, how to, you know, put in your job history on a resume, things like that, because I felt like...
And the client's coming in early, so sorry about the glare.
I did that a lot. Back when I was just applying to jobs en masse, and over several different periods, I would usually just look up, okay, so is there anything I need to know before I start firing off my resume to like a zillion different companies? Oh, that and cover letters as well. I usually looked up tips for cover letters if there was a position that wanted me to put in a cover letter.
Fast and tight through this zone, yeah? Show him how that thing sticks to the road at speed.
Sticks to the road, huh? Man, that timing of that comment couldn't have been better. I did, yeah. I also had help from the employment service. They'll do your CV for you and help you set up special letters and stuff. Ah, very nice. You know, I tried signing up for an employment center once, but I think I must have messed something up, right? I probably applied to the wrong center or something, because I remember coming back a little later, and then they went, yeah, we mostly get, like, blue-collar jobs here, right? And my skill set tends to lean more towards, like, white-collar work, so they're like, yeah, don't know if we'll be able to find anything for you. Might want to look elsewhere. I'm like, ah, alright, but thanks anyway.
You just drove the world's first mega car. How do you feel? Check back with me soon.
Oh, well, 217.
I think I might get a Ferrari in.
Let me guess. 3 stars is like 220? Oh, nope. Okay, hit the target. Awesome. So we can just move on. Wonderful. Straight out of high school at 16, you had no clue about doing a CV and stuff. It's like one of the things they should teach in schools, right? Don't get me wrong, you know, math, science, history, reading, literature, things like that, all super duper important, but I think at least schools in the US would benefit a lot more from having more like life skills classes, or putting more emphasis on life skills classes, or maybe just like incorporating more life skills stuff into the curriculum one way or another. Do I do work experience in high school there? There are several programs for it. It's not required, but
remember I said I'd get a Ferrari in?
if you want to do it, at least the high school I went to, they try to kind of help you along and see what they can do for you, right?
FXXK, so probably pretty fast.
But of course, as a teen, your options are fairly limited.
This thing accelerates like you
But you
won't
know,
believe.
at least my school would try their best to try
Turn
to
right.
get you into something that you would enjoy doing, right? Oh, you did your 2 weeks at a DIY store. That sounds pretty cool, actually. But yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, right? And perhaps even better because, you know, it's like, yeah, you're right out there, right out in the real world, getting real world experience. So you can get a taste for it and see if you're really up for it, right? Oh, the job you wanted wasn't available. It was filled up. Okay, so yeah, you had to take the second choice. That blows sometimes. I remember. Okay, so maybe not. It's like somewhat different, but I remember in middle school that we had a program where we could like sign up for like a one-time class that we could go through, and they included things like you know, carpentry, metalworking, baking, nursing, things like that. But we had to put down a list too, so if a certain thing filled up, then we would be kind of moved into the second choice and all of that. I think I had like one unfortunate friend who wasn't able to get anything on their list and was placed into a completely unrelated class, and they had an absolutely miserable experience, which is always a bummer. I don't even remember what I wanted and what I got. But it was a alright time for me, at least. Rip up those tires! Oh, I'm absolutely doing that, like 100%. Hello, Gunter Maxwell. How are you doing tonight? Okay, maybe I should use the car to slow myself down. Although I only have like 25 seconds. Yeah, at least maintaining above 110 in this car isn't a big deal. On the upside, you visited McDonald's every day for lunch. Something to look forward to, I imagine. It's always nice. It's always nice when you have a constant in your life. Something to just look forward to, right? Get that feel. It's just like something to kind of anchor yourself with, right?
There it is.
All right.
Knew you could do it. Now relax,
I think I'll just
breathe,
walk away to 2
and
stars
call me
here.
when you're ready for the next client.
What, you're not gonna give me a hint as to what I'll drive next? That's fine. Need to mix it up. Doing good. Been fixing things that my dad broke around the house, planning to fix things I broke too, and studying. See, this is what we're talking about with real-world experience, right? This kind of stuff that could help down the line. Actually reminds me of a comic I saw on Twitter that was like really nice, where a baby had like a toy hammer and a toy screwdriver, right? And they were just, you know, doing baby things with it, just waving around, not without like any sort of purpose or semblance in particular. And one of the parents was like, "Wow, they're being a destructive menace right now. Is this gonna help?" And then the other parent said, "No, it might help down in time, right?" And then the final panel was just like years later, the baby's become like an adult and they've become a repair worker, right? So, yeah, one thing leads to another, right? Like early on, you're playing with toy tools, and then perhaps when you grow up, you're working with real tools because you got to kind of foster that
This next
interest
client of
and
mine is
let
Danish.
it bloom, you know?
Apparently they heard about our adventure with the Swedish Koenigsegg, and the Danes don't like to be out down on the road any more than they do on the football pitch. So,
So
here's your
we're
next ride.
riding a
You know how it
Zenio.
works. Take the
reading that
keys and
logo
go and have
correctly.
some fun.
They had the promotion thing going at the time, you know, those ones where they have you roll up the cup lid up and you get a free drink or burger. Oh, you talking about like the Monopoly style of contest they had, where they had little tabs that you could pull out and see what you could get. Absolutely bummed about what happened to that in the U.S. It became such a scandal that they don't do promotions like that here anymore. Which, yeah, it's fine, right? I think we've moved on from that. To be honest, it's probably less showing it early and more that just keeping the interest through projects and goals, but I've never been a dad, so I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. But again, it's about, like, encouraging them, right? You try to encourage them. You see what they enjoy doing, and then you try to help shape that interest and let them build on that, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I remember that dude ruined the fun for everyone. Yeah. It was kind of crazy just how deep it went. Just how badly it botched it. That, yeah, a long time ago, and they've never returned to it. At least McDonald's hasn't.
So, what do you think? Zenvo or Koenigsegg? Denmark or Sweden? Nah, don't tell me. And don't tell the client, whatever you do. Call me soon for the next one, yeah?
Don't worry, I've been on the internet. I know when to keep quiet about things, right? Sometimes silence is a good decision, right? I've been a stepdad, and that was very hard work. Raising a kid, it's always a challenge. Good job, nonetheless. Fatherhood is always a hell of a thing. Oh yeah. I have a couple family members who are raising kids, so they were always saying about yeah. It's always a challenge, especially when they get older, right? It becomes even more of a challenge because you got a lot more things to juggle from that point onwards. 24/7 job is sure is, isn't it? 3 stepdaughters.
Have you
Oh
seen the
man,
DB11 Beck brought in to film
Yeah.
a documentary?
certainly must have had
Gorgeous,
your
right?
hands full there.
Well,
Woo.
I didn't want to steal all her thunder, so I got the God of Fire instead. Aston Martin Vulcan, 820 brake horsepower, track and street legal. And I got some rose clothes for you.
Wow, really pulling some strings there, huh?
I want you to scream past this speed trap. You hear me? Let's go.
You know, it makes sense that a lot of chapters in this story are
Turn around when it is
beat the
safe
speed
to do
target
so.
kind of goal. I also like how they all are just give you the target right on the first step too. No going in through any extra steps or anything. It's just like, yeah, we're gonna set you right out. Just get it done. Oh, you had to sit through a Twilight marathon. Oh man.
Second exit.
You know, I gotta admit, even though I'm still not a fan of Twilight, at least my opinion has softened on it, right? I'm not gonna go say it's like, you know, the worst thing ever, but I'm just gonna say, you know, it's not for me, right? But clearly it's popular for a reason, so hey, if someone's a fan of it, then good for them. Yeah, I imagine a lot of people probably grew up with that too, right? Much like how some of us might have grown up with you know, Dexter's Lab, Samurai Jack, Power Rangers, or you know, shows of the aughts, or things like that, right? That's what they had, and hey, we all have experiences that shape us, and what we can do is just like, you know, listen to them and hear how it helped them, and you know, it's all good stuff, right? All in the end, it makes for varied conversations, at least, right? That can be fun sometimes, right? Just like listening to someone else talk about something they like, because it gives you a different perspective on things, you know? Oh yeah, I remember when people were like, Team Jacob and Team whatever the guy's name was. It's morphin' time, yeah. That's the classic line right there. Edward, yes. Team Jacob, Team Edward. Forever burned in your brain. Yeah, that was kind of like a big deal. Also, Team Blade, right? that was the memes, like, aha, because you know Blade kills vampires, and he was also a movie series out at that time. Yee. My friends and I did like a Blade movie marathon watch along like a few years ago.
Our client today is interested in something a bit more relaxing. A nice
First
drive
movie
in the
was like
country,
decent,
you know?
and then the
But
quality
it's
dropped
something
from there.
Elegant, something exclusive, something Italian.
Yeah, give me the
So
Italian
I got
cause.
Pagani's on the Cinque, one of only 5 in
Cinque.
existence. Hey, we've got our reputation to consider.
Just how stacked is this festival committee? God damn.
Your route is set. Go show them how we roll at world's fastest.
Kira just like walks up into the Pagani headquarters. Hey, could you lend us one of your Cinques? We need it for a chapter in the story. No, we can't guarantee it'll be in one piece after the thing. Oh, and this is a time limit thing, so smacking into that tram probably isn't gonna do me much good. To be honest, one thing I did enjoy about them was Michael Sheen's character.
when it is safe to do so.
You love a good villain. Yeah. It's always nice to have a good villain, right? Whether they be one that has a relatable and tragic backstory, or one who's just like so hateable that you can't help but, you know, cheer against them. Right? Good, memorable,
200
just
yards.
all
Turn right.
evil villain is nice too.
Turn right.
Hey, you wish you could drive a car like this? Don't we all, man? Even if for a moment. I wouldn't give to drive something like this for like even just 30 minutes.
At the roundabout,
God.
take the second exit.
See? Isn't this
Not a Zonda
relaxing?
fan, but the Cinque is your fave. It's a sleek looking car. Very nice sounding too. It's definitely got that speedy sound to it. Not owned though, because imagine maintaining that thing. Oh yeah. Can you imagine the cost of replacement and repairs? It's probably through the roof. And you know, that's on top of the initial cost of buying this thing.
I'll tell the client that this
1
thing
star,
will
yeah,
give them all the
we'll just stick
relaxation
with
they
it.
can handle.
We'll just
Come
take
by
it
for the
and go.
next one. I've already got some ideas.
Yeah, service alone would be thousands. Like, oof. I only make thousands per month. Like, I got other things to consider here, rather than as sick of a car as this would be to have. I said it before, but yeah, it's one of those things where I would just shove it in the garage and admire it from there. I wouldn't take this out on the road. Are you insane? Yeah, imagine when you need parts too, right? Yeah, something you don't want to cheap out on for sure. Like, I imagine even then, you know, probably can't get cheap parts for this. Who would make cheap parts for this? Yeah, you thought parts for your car were expensive. Yeah.
You all right? Good to see you.
The Hennessy
Now, this
Venom.
next one would have been the fastest production car in the world. if they'd made enough of them to qualify as a production car.
Oh.
The 2012
Huh.
Hennessy Venom
There's a
GT,
requirement for that?
hand-built for speed and performance. Handed over to you for the same reason.
So, what's the minimum requirement? Is it like 2, 3?
There's a speed trap on the southbound motorway. Let's see you put up some numbers.
Ah, what? Alright, that's fine. It's a speed requirement, not a time requirement. Granted, I only have less than 2 minutes to get there in 3 miles. Ah! I think like 100 plus. Oh yeah, 215 for 1 star, 250 plus for 3. All right. It's like, given the way this car accelerates, you're probably gonna need a good driving line to keep up that speed when you hit the speed trap. See, this would be like one of those times where it would be nice to have all the information up front. I mean, I know I could go to chapter select and like see the star requirements over there, but it feels counterintuitive, especially when you have like the next chapter button just like right there for you to press.
After the roundabout, it's a straight run to the trap. Go, go, go!
Go, go, go! Yeah, we'll make it there in time. Whether we'll be fast enough is the question.
That was the
Dang it.
craziest thing I have ever seen. Wow! I better catch my breath before the
244.
client gets here. I'll see you next time. Cool.
I'll take it. I'll take my 2 stars and go. Damn traffic, I know, right? The one thing about speed traps, because of the nature of the speed trap, you can't ghost the traffic while you attempt the speed trap. It's a bit of a bummer. That being said, at the very least, you know, other PR stunts, like the drift zones and the speed zones, they will ghost out traffic for you, which is one positive thing I can say this game has over the Cruise series, at least. I swear, feats in that game would not be half as frustrating if they would just ghost out traffic while you were in the middle of attempting them.
So,
The
I saw how
Bugatti
much you enjoyed
Veyron.
that Ferrari FXXK.
Or Veyron,
A lot
sorry,
of people
Veyron.
around the festival did too. We've been getting calls. This is a 2011 Bugatti Veyron Supersport. Fastest production car in the world for 3 full years. Yours for... Don't worry, we've got time. I'll stall them if I have to.
Only so long, though. You still have a 3-star target to get to, right?
I want to see you... I mean, the client wants to see you take it up into the Highlands. Technical bends and long power straights. Yeah, I think you're going to enjoy this.
Wait,
Turn around.
is this really business at all, or is this just like a front for Joel to get me to drive really, really fast cars? Starting to think maybe there aren't clients out there who want cars delivered to them really, really fast.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
This car was such a huge deal when it came out, was it now? Oh, it has a Naka Ducks. Sweet. Only downside with it is it's chunky. Yeah, I guess it's like slightly less sleek than the other cars. I don't know, I think it still looks pretty baller, right? trying to find a way to just like blast through the roundabout and also dodge those trees that are going to, you know, stop me dead in my tracks. I think this is a good spot.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
All right, great.
Hard right turn coming up. Don't let your speed drop.
Why did you add a speed like restriction in this delivery anyway?
In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right.
I mean, I imagine the intent here was for me to do a really sick drift, but yeah. Got those birthing hips, but heavy with it. It's okay. I got 10 seconds. I got 10 seconds. Yeah.
Long sequence of mountain curves now. Read your line, use your brakes, keep it fast and tight. And hey, don't forget to have fun.
Now they say use your brakes. Like how even on the grass I'm still above 100. What's a brake? I know, right? What do you mean brakes? I mean, I'm just all I do is just hold accelerate, right? That's fine, right? Just hold accelerate. So screw going on the road, probably detrimental, but actually, I might make it there in time if I could just get this car to stay upright and maybe not spin out. Okay, maybe I should try to transition back to the road somewhere back here. I think this is a good place to try to do that. Okay, 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 okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Time to bring the Veyron back. Hey, come on. Bring it back. I'll have something just as good next time. I'm thinking...
But I thought we were delivering this car to someone. Fun fact, that car will run out of petrol at full chat before the tires will give up. Not that big of a tank, eh? Hey, good job. Thank you, thank you. I'm a little shocked myself. Delivery in quotes, right? More and more I'm starting to think this is a front. Oh well, at least it's a friendly front, not like a deceptive front. Well, it is a deceptive front, but not like a maliciously deceptive front. At least not intentionally malicious. Give us a Benz, not that I'm biased. Alright, next chapter. Yeah, this is a lot of driving cool cars and stuff, but it's all fun, right?
When a client wants a real precision-engineered grand touring car, you can't go wrong with a Benz.
There you go.
2017 AMG GTR. 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. Top speed just over 200
You wish you had the
miles
scratch
per
for some
hour.
Benz.
Ready
Doing
to do
your
your
own
thing.
oil changes. Ha.
This thing was built across country in style. I'll set you a route.
Turn right.
Yeah, if we're talking about life skills, this might be like the one thing that could be worth teaching, right? Just like some basic car skills, like you know, doing an oil change and you know, checking your oil, changing your tires, dealing with a flat, things like that. That's the kind of thing that is just useful, but I guess for some reason schools in the States do not teach that. At the very least, they don't unless you like go to driving school. But even then, driving school is more about, well, driving than it is about like car maintenance. Yeah, don't mind me. Ooh, it's a pretty one, yeah. I like the color too. It's very pleasant forest green.
Yeah, this was built across a lot of country.
Oh. When you say cross a lot of country, did you mean like literally act like you're doing cross country? I guess it wouldn't exactly matter at this point. We'll do it anyway. I'm wondering there's another route I could have taken to perhaps get here real quickly. Alright, I'll try this one again.
I'll get it handed off to the client. And be ready for the next call, because I've got something special coming in. Something you won't believe.
Oh, is it going to be like a super exclusive car? Well, that'll have to wait. We're giving this one another go.
This thing was built across country in style. I'll set you a route.
Turn right.
The last of the proper AMG V8s. Ah. End of an era.
I've wanted to see this thing in action since I got a glimpse of it at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. I was there for a driver who locked his keys in his car. Don't ask.
Ah. Get a little needle incident. Always leaves you wondering what exactly happened. But you will never know. Alright, now just break off here. A whole last minute to get through these fields. Play dodge tree here and there. Try not to go slanted on the landing. Yeah, there we go. Just go over here a little bit. Let's go back.
In 400 yards, turn left.
30 seconds.
Turn left.
Oh, geez, okay. Okay, I thought I was gonna have to go through all those buildings, but... we're definitely closer than, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Sticking down much more quickly now.
Alright.
Haha! The aerial finish. Joel's just like, yep, close enough, you did it.
Something special coming in. Something you won't believe.
Alright. Oh, and we're in ads mode. Wondering if I should. Wait, or just continue onwards. It's a minute. I could try to stretch this out. We'll just let this play out normally. Maybe I could just wheel spin real quick. Just like do one or two of those. Got a few of those in the mail. No, that would probably make for a real dumb stream, wouldn't it? Just like Gamba for Forza Horizon stuffs. Yeah. Alright. Oh, is that a houndstooth skirt I see? Oh my god. Ah, nuts. Alright. Well, it's fine. Hoodie is fine. Can work with that. Ooh, biker gloves, but they're not fingerless. Better than nothing. Alright. Ads are almost over. Welcome back from ads, everyone. Femboy PD skills coming in handy here. Haha. You know it. power of cute compels me.
You know,
Let's
when I
go.
started this business,
McLaren
when I
Senna.
recruited you, this moment right here is kind of what I was picturing in my head. That is a McLaren Senna. Don't ask me how I got it. Just take it down to the festival and let every person there know it has
I mean,
arrived.
it's not like I've asked you how you got any of the other cars, but yeah.
Open it up, bask in the glory. But if you put a single scratch on it,
Really, a damage limit. I have an even 3 minutes to get it to the destination. Driving that car in the skirt must be rough, with the windows low and the doors. I mean, who's looking, right? You'd have to go out of your way to try to get a peek like that. I don't know how well that would work out, to be honest.
I phoned the head to Kira. She says the crowds are already out at the festival.
There are easier ways to get your cheesecake, you know. And it's like a form-fitting one anyway, so it's not like it's gonna blow around or anything like that, you know. I'm notified that Seribot has sniped the spam, so that be the periodic endorsement for Seribot.
This is why I love my job.
The only peak they are getting is your tail lights passing them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I won't go into Marilyn Monroe mode and blow up, that's for sure. You know, I remember seeing, there was like a segment on Japanese TV where they tried testing out that anime trope where like someone super speeds by past someone like wearing a skirt or a dress and just like blows up. And they did like a Mythbuster style test where they tested to see like how fast someone would have to go before that actually happened in real life. And it turns out the speeds you have to go would only be attainable by like in a car, right? You have to be going like pretty fast to generate enough wind for that to happen. So, you know, someone just like running past you isn't gonna cause your clothes to go flying up or anything like that.
But nothing you drive is going to top that thing. So
not even a bicycle,
feel free
really.
to retire if you want.
Yeah, or be Sonic. There you go. Or I guess like a cheetah, I guess, or another really, really fast land animal. But even then, imagine for animals like those, they wouldn't be running past you.
Come on, floor it the rest of the way. World's fastest, remember?
Can we just settle with world's second fastest tonight? You know, it's still almost the fastest.
We did
Just
it!
one thing that's slower, that we're slower
did it.
than.
I'll see you around the festival, but don't be a stranger down at the showroom in Edinburgh, yeah? Come in and say hello, or take one of the cars for another spin.
Okay, I guess that's this story. Got to drive some really cool, really fast, really exotic cars. And you know what? That's that's all they need, right? Hey, this is a game about cars, so the story kind of fills that one pretty nicely. I gotta go fast. Yeah. GG. Thanks. Oh, yellow running shorts. A couple other good clothing items in there too. Oh, 170,000 credits. I'll take it. Money is also nice. Yeah, just hold it up in the air. Bah, 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 bah. You got a beanie. Increases your head warmth by 10.
We can't lose. I'll be in touch real soon, yeah?
So, yeah, there we go. Yep. That's all of them. All right. Let's see, we have express delivery nearby. Upgrade heroes is business drift club, or we could do skill streak. You know, I'm kind of interested in skill streak. Let's give that a go.
In 100 yards, turn right.
I guess that was the thing about Forza Horizon 4 stories, is that they were split between, like, the stories with, like, a bit of a plot to kind of glue them all together, and then the other part was, like, the business where you were just, doing tasks related to a business more so than, you know, uncovering a plot line.
In 200 yards, turn left.
Raises the question, what Zoomies are replacing this next week? It'll probably be Tokyo Extreme Racer. I've actually been really wanting to give that a go, especially considering how well received it is. Especially since all my friends who are like racing aficionados have picked it up and have also confirmed that it is super good. So I wanna get into that. Give it a go. So I know it's in early access right now, and they did say that the price will probably go up when they do the full release in like a few months, so might as well jump into it, right?
In 400 yards, turn left.
From what I've heard, the game also has a femboy NPC, and as I said earlier, that has caused my interest in the game to jump. Admittedly, not as much as it might have been in other cases, but the fact that like you know, such a character exists, it's like, oh yeah, I want to meet them. I want to see what they're all about, even if they play like the smallest of roles.
Thanks for coming down. Don't worry, this isn't one of those "now you must face the master" things. This is a "with our powers combined" thing. This is a show Horizon what skill really is.
Are we gonna form a Megazord?
Some truly wicked
I look
rides.
forward to this. Or I guess if we're driving cars, we're gonna
Spider.
team up to
I
form
love
like
my
a
918
car mech,
Spider.
aren't we?
Hybrid sports car, light and powerful, accelerates like a rocket. Takes some time to master, but once you do, whew. Want to give it a go?
Do I ever? Yeah, every game does need femboys.
Show me what you got.
25,000 skill score, and I have 4 minutes to get there. Alright. This is very much like one of those things where you do want to maybe perhaps cause a little bit of mayhem. Oh, but 25,000 is the 1-star target, so I imagine 3 stars is probably like 220,000 as usually is. Good thing this route does have a number of things that kind of run into here for some good coinage. Of course, you gotta take extra care to not hit a big object less that combo. Brain cells activating, I know, right? Thankfully, it does feel like a lot more work, or you know, maybe not a lot more, but a few more works are introducing like you know, gender non-conforming characters in one way or another, so that's pretty rad. Yeah, it's always nice, right? Especially since these days they usually don't treat them like one-note jokes like they did back in the day. They tend to portray them in at least a more positive light, so Dig that too. And now you definitely gotta check this game out. I know. It's gonna be great. Yeah, do enjoy proper representation, right? All kinds of representation too. Not just femboy characters, but everyone on the LGBTQ plus spectrum and folks with a variety of stories and backstories and conditions and upbringings and what have you. It's always nice, right? Gives you a variety of perspectives and plenty of ways to kind of have the characters play off of each other, right? Rather than just having them be a series of like walking personality archetypes. Alright, I still got 2 miles to go and only a minute left, so I should probably stop screwing around here. Besides, you've been starving for a new racing game? Yeah, especially one that looks a lot like Tokyo Extreme Racer. It's kind of crazy, right? I was watching gameplay videos and it definitely looks like it just came straight out of the early aughts with how it came out there. And also, holy cow, I can't believe that car almost caused me to lose my entire skill combo. Ah!
Unbelievable!
Did you believe how much of a heartbreak that would have been? That thing just like came in and smacked into me and caused me to drop the whole combo. Oh god, I would have been so frustrated. Thankfully that didn't happen. Also, 3 stars is 320,000. A lot rougher than I thought it would have been. And when you consider you also had to get to the destination, so you can't just screw around and then head to the destination. You gotta make that skill chain along the way. Yeah, I think that's what like drew a lot of people to the new Tokyo Extreme Racer. The fact that it just stays very, very true to its origins. Right? They don't try to make any concessions to modern conventions or anything like that, no. It's very much the Tokyo Extreme Racer people remembered and loved. Just built in a new engine, a prettier coat of paint for a new era. But otherwise, it'll be like coming back to an old familiar haunt, right? So yeah, I'll probably get that and start on that next week. Was a femboy enjoyer before I ever knew they were a thing. Was always into Fox and Bloody Roar. Mom was blown because I was so sure he was a she. Yeah, it's always fun. Although I've like read enough of those works where I feel like I've kind of developed a sixth sense where I see a certain character and I start thinking, wait, are they possibly a femboy, right? you see like a particular design, a particular style, and you start wondering, right? And maybe you like read up on bit on their personality too, and just like, wait.
Knock over a fence for all I care. If I'm watching, Horizon will be watching.
Alright, so this one's 75,000 points. So what exactly is the 3-star target? Do I have to, like, make 500,000? Underground style era, yeah! The entire game is at night, and you're driving on the highway, and... yeah, it's all that sort of one-on-one duel style of racing, too, so... all pretty interesting. Femboydar, yeah. Starts popping off at points, right? Yeah, you see like either a specific style of clothing or like a specific style of body, or again, it's like a kind of personality, or maybe the description just feels like it's leaning towards that direction too. Right, if the description like deliberately avoids mentioning any pronouns, you're just like starting to wonder, could they possibly be a gender non-conforming character? God, what I feared would happen came to fruition. All right, well, we can start over. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Drift some corners, catch some air, knock over a fence for all I care. If I'm watching, Horizon will be watching.
And the police hopefully will not be watching. And again, they haven't been watching this entire game, so yeah. Like they did with Funtime Foxy and Sister Location. What's her gender? Yes. Besides, street racing in of itself is about counterculture, like skateboarding was. Yeah, so it kind of thematically fits too, right? Certain musical groups too, right? Like the Visual K style definitely has a lot of folks who prefer to dress in an androgynous manner. That's always fun. Either way, I look forward to trying it now, as am I. I'll probably pick it up, right? Well, I will pick it up, right? Since I do plan on playing this next week. It's inevitable. Okay. So getting to the destination is not the hard part. It's getting the required skill score that's the hard part. Then again, here isn't too bad of a place to try to build that up, considering there's lots of fences to kind of sideswipe into and mass wreck, and crash land, and ultimate skill chain. Ah. My kingdom for a cornfield. But alas, we do not have that. So we must settle with the next best thing. Oh, wait. Is that tree's a good substitute? Okay, yeah, I can knock him down. Alright. Not as large as a cornfield, but it'll do. At least Horizon 5 had deserts, right? The desert's filled with all the cacti and the trees in there. You'll have yourself a good romp and build up a decent skill score that way. Uh-oh. Fuck. I realized that tree was a bit too large to run through. Like, oh no. Surprised none of those fields have scarecrows. Yeah.
If I'm watching, Horizon will be watching.
It is a bit unusual. Rip, yeah, right? Yeah, I'm kind of sort of willing to retry these because at the very least this feels attainable. It doesn't feel like something I have to kind of figure it out something exactly, right? It's just about not smacking into something and letting the combo drop, more so. At least we have plenty of corn now. I can make a lot of gas with this. Yeah. Bring on the ethanol. Alright, just gotta watch out for those cars, make sure they don't smack into me. Granted, they will slow down, but... Okay. Sure, drive this. Alright. We're in a good spot. I could make some biodiesel with that canola. Be like Back to the Future, right? It's like a trash compactor in the front that you just dump your trash into and it turns into fuel. The 70s and 80s were a more idealistic time. Maybe not like completely idealistic, but you know, at least they had lofty aspirations. True, absolutely. Holy crap, I can't believe I didn't drop my combo there. I get up to like 60,000 points. It should probably be safe for me to make it. Yeah, all those 50s and 60s films that thought we would have flying cars. Yeah, I remember the Jetsons, right? Remember the Jetsons? It was all about being like a future city. You have like robots and conveyor belts and funky space clothes and everything. Ah, yeah, those are the days. You are kind of glad they were wrong about flying cars. And in retrospect, you're at 100% correct, right? See how people drive in 2 dimensions, drive on a flat plane. I don't know if I trust them with the Z-axis, right? Oh, I gotta get to the destination. I almost forgot.
At a standstill watching you. Nice work. I'll start working on it
Oh
next
man,
demo
it was
and,
only 380,000 though.
Can I have my Audi back now?
Oh, but okay. The target was much lower. Well, a little lower. When you see a flying car in a show, it's always that same sound effect. Oh yeah, that's sort of like the sci-fi style woo 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 sound, right? It's weird. I don't know how that became associated with flying cars. I guess it's something that sounded like anti-gravity, perhaps? Yeah, they weren't really concerned about the exact details of it. They were just like, hey, flying cars, isn't that rad? In practice, or in theory, yes. In practice, Right, people can barely drive normal cars on a guided road.
Oversteering is a skill. E-braking is a skill, sure. You know what else is a skill? Keeping your foot planted.
Remember
even
when
the speed
some people
pulls your
thought
lips
like
back off your teeth?
auto-driving cars
Come
would
on,
also
I
be
wanna
the
show you
future?
something. Bugatti
Unfortunately,
EB110 Super Sport.
there
It's
are
got
too many
four-wheel drive
caveats
that
with
will
that.
handle, but you give this thing an open road
Right,
and,
just like
well,
putting
you'll
an auto-driving car out on a normal road is not
I've got your
advisable.
route. Head for the motorway.
Oh, I have to do specific skills this time, okay. So I can't just screw around, I gotta try to near-miss cars. So I feel like this task could be very, very RNG dependent. I don't know. One can hope that they serve up enough cars for me to near miss before I get to the destination. Highway's a good spot to have that, right? Ah, it's like I'm playing Burnout again. Also, I didn't realize like how freaking wide these lanes were. In real life, perhaps the biggest boon, but in game, what, you mean I gotta like actually shift my car left and right to near miss these vehicles?
You know what's awesome at high speed? Losing traction. Just a tiny bit.
And I guess, right? If you're someone who really likes that thrill, yeah, that could be exciting. This is a 3-star target. hopefully it's not something crazy like 36 cars. 12 to 24 is already a significant jump. Okay, I'm really starting to screw this up. Let's try that again. Oh, was that like my one chance to get in the air miss? And they're like, nope. You botched it. Try again next car.
Push harder. We still got a finish line to get to.
Wait, are you freaking kidding me?
At the
45
roundabout,
cars?
Take the second exit.
This is the kind of thing where I'd probably just double back and maybe drive a little bit on the highway again to see if I can perhaps run that number up. Of course, then the question becomes, how far can I go, right? Holy cow. Also, they call this a motorway. It's 2 lanes, so it's a dual carriageway. Ah, dual carriageway. It's got a nice ring to it. Nice. To be honest, I do wish they'd put as much effort in public transport as they do in personal transport. I'm starting to sort of lean towards that too, right? Like, I get that some people might need a personal vehicle for reasons, but I don't know. I feel like if public transport were better around my neck of the woods, it would just be a good thing, you know? Just help folk that might not want a car, or who might not be able to drive a car, or who just don't want to have a car, right? They'd rather not deal with that because it is a lot of money that you gotta spend. It'd be great, right? Like a more robust bus system, better train service would just be a boon, man.
At the roundabout, take the second
It was
exit.
nice, right? I mean, I was fortunate to live in places that had like wonderful public transport options. It was great, like being able to go around to places, right? Just
What did I tell you? Stop the
You know, in a-
accelerator
in a
and
good
blink
amount of
and you're
time.
halfway to Edinburgh. You can bring it on back now. And call me soon,
sure,
yeah?
you'd have to plan things out, right? You'd have to go, okay, gotta take this train and then make sure I catch this train at this time or catch this bus at this time. But it was great, right? Get to go places that maybe you might not be able to go otherwise if your only options were to walk or drive. We're in ad mode. We can continue this conversation. Golden running shorts. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh! You know what? I'll take that. I'll actually take that. Man, I'm pretty sure I have like a pencil skirt within my wardrobe somewhere. I feel like wearing one of those again. Just for the fun of it.
Right, we've done the motorways. Time for a nice fast spin in the countryside with something a little more eco-friendly. My BMW i8.
Are we gonna do
Got it
speed
a few
skills
years
now?
back in Frankfurt. I was supposed to be sightseeing with Nan, but I snuck
Get a
off to the
certain number
motor
of
show.
speed skills.
Don't tell her. Loads more technical this time, yeah? Let's show them
Oh,
how a
just
Horizon
more
driver
skill
handles
score.
an e-brake.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Wait, stream is laggy. What? Ah, okay. me see this real quick. Oh. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Skip seems kind of absurd. Alright, yeah, thanks for letting me know. Let me look into that real quick, or maybe... Alright, let's see how things are looking. I'm gonna... check out the live feed real quick. Oh. A little ways behind, I see. What if I just, like, refreshed it now? Let's do that. Bring me up. Alright, Alright, things seem to be smooth from my end. So I think it's safe to come back, right? Thanks for waiting, y'all. Welcome back. Yes, it is good to be back. Hopefully things are looking better on your end, but let us continue with this story, shall we? And yeah, Gunter, I would definitely agree, right? Like, the car is nice. I certainly won't deny that there are advantages to having a car, but it's good to have choices, like you said. Right? Again, for someone who might not be able to, or if they just don't want it, then they should be able to at least get to where they need to go, right? They should be able to do everything they need to do without having their own personal vehicle. That's better. Good to see. That's good to see. Here. Oh man. Okay, I might just restart this. Yeah, we'll do that. Give it another go. The fact that 1 star is only 7,500 points is perhaps slightly suspect. Then again, if they're not having us drive for like 4 minutes.
Loads more technical
no,
this time, yeah? Let's show them how a Horizon driver handles an e-brake.
Oh yeah, this car is like so slow on the green that you probably want to stick to the roads. I think the intent here was to do like speed skills, but yeah. About
At the
that.
roundabout, take the 3rd exit.
Yeah, park and rides are nice
Turn
too.
around when it is safe to do so.
I was in certain instances. So this was like when I was a kid, but there would be certain programs where we'd have to go into like a faraway city, so we like drive all the way there and then park just like in the outskirts, and then take a train into town, and then you can just like walk around from there. It's nice, right? I guess it's a fair enough compromise between having your own personal vehicle and relying on public transport. Or especially if your personal vehicle would have a difficult time navigating the city. So. Trains are every 15 minutes in your town. Ah, man. I wish the buses and trains in my area came that often. Usually if you miss one, then your whole schedule's going to be thrown off by like a significant degree. Right, so either you're going to have to plan, you're going to have to really put in a lot of buffer time, or you're going to have to be extremely punctual. Unfortunately, I'm not the type of person who can be consistently punctual, so yeah. Oh god, that was a little bit nerve-wracking, I gotta admit. Not gonna lie. What the fuck? Why did I not see that bus in front of me? Swear I was so busy just smacking fences around, I forgot to pay attention to the road.
Loads more technical this time, yeah? Let's show them how a Horizon driver handles an e-brake.
Yeah, it's the BMW i8. Still a handsome car all these years later. It is a very nice looking car.
At the roundabout, take the third
Too
exit.
poor for that. I feel like that's a recurring thing, right? It's like, oh man, all these cars would be wonderful to have if I could afford them.
Turn around.
But
when
hey,
it is
that's
safe
why I
to do
play
so.
games like these, right? If I can't have them in real life, at least I can have them virtually.
Come on! That car will take anything you throw at it, I promise.
Okay, so 2 stars isn't too bad either. 75 skill, 1,000 skill points. I can attain that. I've only seen a couple of them out in the wild. Not too surprising. I'll occasionally see like the I'll have like the occasional high-end car sighting where I am. Doesn't happen too often, but anytime I do see it, it's like, oh man. I'm choosing the flex today. They always seem to be the types of people who like to rev their engines really, really loud, right? Like if they're coming down the street, you'll be very, very aware that they're coming down the street. You mark out for older cars. There's an appeal to that too. I know some places around me that do like the antique cars parade, right? The people who all are working on their car restoration projects will usually come out and have a bit of a procession. It's fun to see. No, don't! Also with cars I'm wanting to turn into me when I get close to them. Okay, minute, mile and a half. I think I can make it there within a minute, so I can just keep this combo going. That tree was not destructible tree. I'm not sure why I didn't try to steer around it. I was too concentrated on trying to hit the trash bin for the extra points and like, oops.
Loads more technical this time, yeah? Let's show them how a Horizon driver handles an e-brake.
Yeah, they'll drop a gear to get those high revs, like, notice me. Yeah, they're kind of annoying. Kind of people who just, like, want
Turn
to
around
flex.
when it is
right?
safe to do so.
And people are just trying to go about their day here. Oh, that was not a destructible tree. Alright. Get that out of the go. Saw an exotic last week in town. I was like, show off, right?
Loads more technical this time, yeah? Let's show them how a Horizon driver handles an e-brake.
Although it always amuses me when I travel and I see like a dealership for one of those high-end cars. I'm like, So this is where the bourgeois congregate, eh?
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
It's like enough of those folks are in town that the company feels comfortable enough setting up a dealership there.
Come on, come on! That car will take anything you throw at it, I promise.
Yeah, sure, it can take anything I throw at it, but the combo can't.
Loads more technical this time, yeah? Let's show them how a Horizon driver handles an e-brake.
Oh. Speaking of exotic things, I saw Cook Freestyle machines are gonna get a series of flavors, and the funny thing about it is that apparently they're naming the flavors after like old school internet logo. Like some of the ones they brought up were like Fanta Lime in my DMs, Sprite Cherry Baby 101, Sprite Orange going viral. They're releasing 6 flavors like that. I'm like, I'm not sure if we needed the bit of embellishment there, right? We could have just had like Fanta Lime and Sprite Cherry and Sprite Orange, for example. That would have been pretty cool. It's like weird picks for flavor names too. They don't really relate to the flavor itself all that much. Feels like they're just kind of throwing in the internet lingo there because they can, right? I'm guessing it will probably garner a crowd, but rest assured, we won't get those here. Oh, no Coke Freestyle machines where you live. They can be fun. Part of me wishes they were a bit more widespread, though, rather than just like being an exclusive thing you can only find in like certain restaurants. Like, I don't know, if they gave us like bottled different versions of Sprite, I would totally be into that, right? Something that's like other than the usual cranberry offerings that they offer during Christmas. I think they might have had a tropical mix for one summer too, but yeah, other than that.
Don't worry, insurance pays for anything you knock over. At least, I think it does.
Okay, so it's 255,000 for 3 stars. Jeez Louise. This would pretty much be the prime location to really build up that skill score, because you have so many destructible objects here. Especially if you can, like, hit all the trash bins. Oh, and watch out for the vehicles. Alright, I've been on this one long enough. Maybe I'll just take my 2 stars and go. Me. Oh god, I only have 40 seconds left. Kind of the other thing. Get the short end of the stick here with a lot of things. You have to rely on monthly markets to get American sweets or foods. Always a bummer, right? Just a thing that's easily available overseas, but you can't have it. Certainly felt that a few times. God, am I even gonna make it? Alright, I guess we are giving this another go.
Before any of these drivers figure out what's going on.
Alright, once more into the breach. And I remember back in the day when, you know, there were more video games that wouldn't be, translated and brought over. So you read about this like cool game on the internet, but like all you get are like the screenshots and the article with the writer talk about how cool this was and how off the wall it is. I remember when I thought that would be the case for a Puyo Puyo Tetris, right? I remember seeing that they were showing that on a giant bomb, right? I was like, oh man, that's a cool idea, just like fusing Puyo Puyo and Tetris together. And it was like, I was so sure that it wasn't ever going to be brought overseas that I actually imported a copy of it, right? Just like went on to Play Asia and bought a Japanese version. Got it over. And then they announced they were going to translate it. And give it the full treatment too, right? Just like full English voice acting and everything, right? And they didn't skimp on anything, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, same can be said of our stuff over there. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't mind having like a Kinder Surprise egg that had like you know, that actually had a prize in the egg. Like, that would be nice. Instead of this weird arrangement that we get in America, where they got like some sort of weird like scoopy sweet treat on one side and then the prize on the other side. It's like kind of dumb. And, you know, as much as I enjoy chocolate over here, the way they make chocolate in other places, it's great, right? It tastes different, like sweeter and richer in ways, so that's pretty cool too. Oh, and then there's like all the different flavored Kit Kats Japan has. I wish we got some of those, right? I wish I didn't have to go to the Asian stores to get my oddball Kit Kat flavors fix. I gotta remember. I only need 255,000 points. So once I smack enough things, I can bank it. I think I'm at like 275,000 now, so maybe I can just drive. Just drive!
Yeah!
All right,
See?
let's bring it home.
In the country, relaxing.
Relaxing. It would be relaxing if I didn't have the skill target to reach, man. I remember when you had to put the toy together in a Kinder Egg, they're already made now. Ah! Yeah, that blows. It was nice, right? Just having like the small kit with the little mini set of instructions too.
And you know what's even more amazing? You bring my beamer back and we just plug it in.
Yeah, that's actually pretty rad. And I wonder if Cracker Jacks are still a thing. I wonder what the prizes are like now. I remember back when, you know, they were still cheap, but they were at least, you know, mild entertainment for like 15 minutes. Did I get the white Kit Kats? Ah, no, I didn't. I think I mostly kind of got like the matcha flavor, strawberry flavor, and orange flavor. Yeah, the only time we get like anything different from like the regular Kit Kats are like the seasonal variants, right? It's like either that or like white chocolate, dark chocolate, which is like, yeah, you kind of expect it, right?
Have you seen
Scout.
it? It's
Oh,
working.
I hope this
Our
is like
Horizon
full off-road
apprentices
now.
are throwing down all over the festival. Now the masters must teach them one of the most important skills of all. That of attaining sick air.
Yeah,
Got just the car
sick
for
air.
it. Scout 800A. First SUV and still the best, if you ask me. Not if you ask anybody else, but definitely if you ask me.
But ah, you have the chunky ones too. Nice.
Welcome to
Oh.
Mud Kickers. A full square mile of off-road adventure park. Come for the mud, stay for the jumps.
So now it's just getting a certain number of air skills. Well, to be honest, this feels very attainable. It's just like try to find a spot where I can chain a bunch of them together. Definitely not one you want to go overboard either, right? You want to try to go slow enough that you get some air, but not so much that you're in the air for an inordinate amount of time. I have to imagine air skill only counts once, so even if you get like a great air or ultimate air, it's still just one air skill. Or is it? Yeah, it is. So you pretty much want to bunny hop here. Is there an out of bounds area? Like go too far in a direction, will they be like,
nice.
You're exiting the designated story area. This is a pretty sweet layout, pretty conductive to getting sick air. Oh, sweet. It's very sweet. Ah, jeez. The real time waster. I was gonna say, reset me already! Damn you! Well, hopefully the 3-star target isn't absurd. Then again, this one isn't scaling as wildly as the near misses one was. Fuck, I spoke too soon. Really, 50? I mean, at least this seems attainable and not to the whims of RNG at least, right? It's just about knowing a good route to just rapidly gaining air skills and going from there. Oh, we're in that mode again. I think I can. Right, I'm like the little engine that could right now. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Wait, did the time not go back up? Or maybe it's like one of those cases where they'll lock you out of gaining more air skills until you pass the time at which you rewind it from. Anti-cheating measure for sure.
Nice.
All right, I actually want to retry that one. Considering I was like three air skills off from getting 3 stars. I just need to like not crash and maybe optimize my route a little better. You know, don't take as many big jumps, right? Contrary to what the Chemical Brothers say, the big jump is not a advisable technique here. Ooh, is this gonna be the one where we get the really long load times and the incomplete world kind of deal? Almost feels like it. That golden hour of the day again, yeah. The one where the sun just gives everything that golden glow. Makes for some incredible photos. Or incredible photos, I should say. On the subject of long-lasting things, this actually just happened today, but apparently Rooster Teeth is coming back? Because they closed up shop, like, some time ago. I don't remember how long it's been, but I remember, like, everyone just going, oh, I figured it would happen right sooner or later. Oh, there it is. Going through the earth. Yeah, we're doing it. Right through the earth, baby. Okay, I'm gonna restart.
Welcome to Mud Kickers. A full square mile of off-road adventure park.
More like fall through the mud kickers. Under who? I forgot. They said who exactly who bought Rooster Teeth and was bringing it back, but yeah, seems kind of weird when you think about it, especially since like all the shows Rooster Teeth did have, or at least most of them, kind of left and became indie and stuff, but. Oh my god, I'm gonna restart again. But yeah. Since it's only today, I guess we'll have to wait and see what they do with it before
Welcome to Mud Kickers, a full square mile of off-road
make
adventure
any
park.
further
Come for the
judgment,
mud,
but-
stay for the jumpers.
Yeah. Weird things have happened, I suppose. Okay, you were a big fan back in the day. I know they had some stuff that was particularly popular, right? Things like Red versus Blue, of course. It was kind of like their claim to fame, right? It's kind of what put them on the map. And
Nice.
there was
Keep to the courses if you can. They've got a pretty sweet layout here.
Ruby also, right? I think people really like that one because you know, just one of the early examples of cool fight scenes and stuff. They were big enough that they got put into an Arc System Works fighter, so there's that. Although I know the rights for that got sold to another company, so Rooster Teeth doesn't have hold of that anymore. And there's all the Achievement Hunter stuff too, right? Although I know that was like plagued with scandal after scandal.
Nothing better than a day out of Mud Kickers.
And I know they were hosting a bunch of other independent creators as well. Like, I think for a bit, the Super Best Friends were part of it, and then, like, some members of that, after they split up, still hung around with Rooster Teeth or something like that, but... yeah. Like, what were some of the things that Rooster Teeth you watch, right? What were you a fan of? For a while there, the name was kind of everywhere on the internet, right? Yeah, it was because of like Achievement Hunter, Ruby, and Red versus Blue, but every work had their fans, right? Whether they do a lot or a little. God.
Nice. You can bring
It's
me
off
my
by, like,
scout
single
back now.
digits
Watching
again.
You makes me want to play with it.
Okay,
Stay in touch. I'm
more
working
try.
on our next demo already.
gonna give it one more try. Michael's Rage Quit series was always good. Rooster Teeth animated. GTA vids got a lot of laughs out of me. Ah, good times, right? Good times. Oh, wait. Now I think about it. I might be confusing Rooster Teeth with Machinima. They're different companies, right? I was trying to think of some other content creators I was into back in the day, but I think they might be affiliated with the other company. But I know a lot of people's opinions on Machinima soured like super duper quick, especially after they went and just kind of purged a bunch of videos from their channels. It was like, and they had some good history in them, right? Now they're just like disappeared. Just have to hope that someone else has archived those videos now. That's always the unfortunate thing about those things, right? If someone decides, I won't want these anymore on a whim, just have to hope that someone else has hung on to the files. Yeah. It's like we thought this internet was going to be like an archive where things would be preserved forever, but turns out it only holds true for as long as the creators want it, right? If someone decides, oh no, I don't want this up anymore, then unfortunately it'll disappear, right?
Come for the mud, stay for the jumps.
Machinima did the likes of Sonic for Hire, etc. Ah, yeah. Now that I think about it, I think Super Best Friends were actually part of Machinima to start, not Rooster Teeth. Although some of them did sign on to Rooster Teeth later for a while. Then they left. Yeah, money. That's part of it. I get it. Sometimes there could be personal reasons for not wanting your old stuff online, but I don't know. As much as I can understand it, it still feels unfortunate, right? So like something that will only be recounted in like tales now.
Keep to the courses if you can.
Unless again someone saves a copy from it. But that's not always guaranteed. There's one particular show I remember, right? I only remember because my cousin was recommending it to me, but it was this
Nothing better than a day out of mud kickers.
It was a series that was called Christopher Walken Throughs. And it was basically just like a Christopher Walken sounded like, just, you know, playing games and cracking jokes as if he were Christopher Walken. And I was amused by it for a time. Right, I did kind of check it out a few times, but yeah. Christopher Walken plays games. I feel like only has so much steam to it. It was fun while it lasted though. That. How often have I watched a playlist on YouTube and I get that 10 videos are hidden at the bottom? Oh my god. More times than I can imagine. In fact, I even have like my own playlist, right? My own playlist that I've created on YouTube to save videos that I found funny. And I've definitely come back to them like a long time later only to see, oh yeah, some of the videos are hidden now. I'm like, ah, nuts. What were they again? I don't remember. But it's the kind of thing, right? You just like expect them to just be there in perpetuity, but then forget that they might not be, you know?
Oh yeah, SUV, skills unlimited vehicle. Boom!
Or like air skills
Nice.
Unlimited SUV.
You can bring me my scout back
or,
now. Watching you makes me want to play with
I
it.
really screwed
Stay
up
in
that
touch.
acronym.
I'm working on our next
Hey,
demo
52
already.
air skills. It's like one for every card in the playing card deck, right? You know, this reminds me of like a feature that's on, right? We were talking about wish lists on Steam earlier. Apparently someone went and looked through their wish list and they saw that, you know, how certain games can get delisted from Steam. They'll show up as like an item deleted spot on the wish list, right? They'll still be there, but you won't remember what it is anymore. I remember some people just expressing frustration with that. It's like, what was that again? Right? You wish the listing was there at least so you could remember what you put there, even if you're not able to get it anymore. Yeah, this video is unavailable due to copyright and all that. Yeah, it's like not available in your country or just, yeah, for a variety of other reasons. It's a bummer.
What'd you think? No moving trains, no traffic, just a whole lot of asphalt. And my Focus
Tarmac,
RSRX
you mean,
Gymkhana
right?
Custom
Tarmac.
Edition. 600 horsepower, all-wheel drive. Does exactly what it says on the tin, my friend.
Go on, use your imagination. Just don't hit anything.
Yeah, drift and smack into things. I know this drill well. Drift, E-drift. Go nuts, buddy. Let's try not to smack into anything solid. Oh, they're only giving me 2 minutes. Imagine the 3-star target can't be too grand. Oh, this was news I caught on Twitter, but apparently Steam will now tell you like the last time an early access game was updated. So you know how they have like the little banner on the description that will tell you if a game's in early access. Now they'll also tell you like when was the last time this game updated. So you're not like looking at a game and going, ah, it's in early access, huh? So it'll be finished, right? Because unfortunately, some of them aren't. Right, for one reason or another, they're just not finished yet. It would be nice to know before you decide to drop some money in it that you're not going to get a finished product. So I've definitely had a number of games that I've come across on Steam. I see they're in early access. I'm like, this is like a cool play on the concept, and I go read the reviews, and they're like, yeah, this game's hasn't been updated for a few years. I think the devs might have abandoned it. And I'm like, bummer. It seemed like it could have been a good thing if they continued work on it. But such is life, you know? Alright, I think no matter what score I get here, I'll probably just take it and run. Well, it's definitely not going to be 0 points, that's for sure. I can't believe I dropped in like the actual last second. Frick
Go
me.
on, use your imagination.
Ah, well, it's
Don't
my
hit
fault.
anything.
I shouldn't have driven into the wall if I didn't want to lose my combo, you know? Yeah, I was a little miffed that Fuser was delisted. Yeah, that. Absolute tragedy. Such a neat idea for a game, too, right? Like, pretty much, what was that board game Harmonix developed, like, in conjunction with Hasbro? Drop Mix, right? It was like Drop Mix, but in, like, different, right? It's like a different form of Drop Mix. Thankfully, I was able to buy that game and, you know, get all the songs I wanted for it before it went offline, but, yeah. It's always a shame. I feel like Harmonix had a good thing going there, but I guess couldn't quite keep it going, you know? Felt like for a while there, they were going really experimental. I mean, before Drop Mix, they had like a couple other games that seemed pretty interesting too, right? Like, they had a City Sleeps, right? That was pretty much like shmup, but rhythm-based. And I think they also did like a sports game that was also very rhythm-based. And I think they were doing like a beta test for an FPS that was also like a rhythm-based thing. But they unfortunately shelved that one. It was a bit of a shame because if they could pull it off, right, the same way Metal Hellsinger and BPM did, and several other rhythm FPS games, they might have been onto something good.
How'd you feel? Yeah, I bet you did.
That's the way it goes,
you can
right?
Give me the keys back now. Just give me. Holding on a bit tight.
Was I
there,
really
good.
fighting?
There we go.
2 stars. All right,
See you
I'll
again
take it.
soon.
Was on your wish list for ages. That's usually how it goes, right? I like scrolling down, looking to see, and just see item deleted. Wonderful. What was it again? I wish I knew. If only there was like some way to sort alphabetically or something, try to get context clues that way, but a wheel spin, huh? $250,000 creds. At least there's Hi-Fi Rush for rhythm games, yeah. And you know what's even better? There's going to be more Hi-Fi Rush. Thank frick for that. honestly, that might be like one of the bigger WTF moments of the past year. The fact that Microsoft went and canned Tango
Look, you've
GameWorks,
got mad skills, no question.
and it took
But this kind of
Crafton
driving
to
really comes down to
rescue
three
him.
things. Spoiler,
Like
suspension,
at the very
and
least, they get to live on.
So, I'm gonna give you a
And
go at
Tango
my
GameWorks,
Aventador.
of course,
Wanna
went
know how I afford all these?
out and said
Yeah,
right
so
out,
does
like,
my
yeah,
nan.
we're gonna continue working on things like Hi-Fi Rush. So
The forest road is really nice this time.
heck
of year.
yes, Hi-Fi
Don't
Rush
make it
2.
blurry.
Give us that. Honestly, one of the biggest surprises of recent memory, and a wonderful one too. So I'm glad we'll get to see more games of that series at least. And I get it, right? Sales might not have been what they were, and perhaps larger public perception might not have been what it is. But I feel like on a conceptual level, we need things like Hi-Fi Rush, right? Something that isn't afraid to kind of break from the norm of what people expect like high-profile games to be. It's its own unique, weird, happy, colorful thing. Right? It's great. We need more games like that. More games that aren't afraid to break the mold. Honestly, it might be like one of my favorite things I see, right? Just like rhythm game plus other genre. To see how they mash the two together. And, even before things like BPM, Metal Hellsinger, and Hi-Fi Rush, there was Crypt of the Necro Dancer, which kind of mashed together a rhythm game with dungeon delving roguelite, and was remarkably well put together. Also a nice thing about the rhythm game mashups, they all usually have banger soundtracks, right? The kind of soundtrack that you'd totally be willing to listen to on its own because the music is that good. Like, I know I was jamming out to the Necro Dancer soundtrack, and the Hellsinger soundtrack, and the BPM soundtrack, and the Hi-Fi Rush soundtrack. On repeat too, exactly. Yes. 100%. Wait, speaking of Necro Dancer, I think the next game in the Necro Dancer series just came out today, right? Rift of the Necro Dancer, which is more of like a traditional rhythm game, but then they put out the teaser. Oh,
Now I remember why I loaned you that thing.
holy crap! That was already 3 stars. All right, let's get to the finish line here. I should have enough time to get there. 1.5 miles in minute 20. This card should be easy peasy. It's my fault I have so many game OSTs in my collection. Yeah, I can't help it that I just get really drawn to a game if it has like at least one bop of a soundtrack. I feel like there are a good number of games out there that I listen to a piece of music and I'm just like, okay, I gotta check out the game now. Incidentally, I think Necro Dancer might actually have been one of them.
Nice
Like,
ride.
beyond
Of
it
course,
being
not
a
everyone
rhythm
at Horizon
game
can
plus
have an Aventador, but we
roguelite,
can show them how to drive
just
like
the
they
soundtrack
do.
being
And
as
for those
cool
of us who
as it
actually
is.
do have Aventadors, it's even better, isn't it?
It's pretty cool. Yeah, video game soundtracks, they make for like excellent background music, considering most of them are like non-lyrical. But even the lyrical tunes tend to be pretty cool too, right? I mean, just ask anyone who is a fan of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and they'll tell you the lyrics absolutely make that game. You know, for a variety of reasons, but songs on their own are pretty cool. Redout's OSTs are bangers. Yeah, they got some good ones on there. I know I was a fan of some of their tracks, right? Just
Remember
listen
when
to
I
them
made
for
a
a
big
bit.
deal about the Scout being the best off-roader ever made? I think I might have found something even better.
Oh, man.
2016 Jeep Trailcat. Stiffened suspension,
Ooh,
full
you're
roll
speaking
cage.
my language
Get a load
now.
of those fat wheels. I can't decide. Will you take it out and help me pick a favorite?
Alright, do I have to do air skills with this one, or is it just a skill score thing?
Go. See what you can make
Okay,
it
it's
do.
a skill score
I need
thing.
a second opinion.
Oh, and no, it's just do skills, okay. Don't worry about doing anything specific, but we'll probably go back to the usual spot and get some sick wreckage in. You're in a dancey mood. What? I hate invisible walls sometimes. I know I banked that combo, but I feel like I should probably just start over anyway. Lost some time kind of flipping over like that.
Go. See what you can make it do. I need a second opinion.
Yeah, Yuzo Koshiro's works tend to be like very danceable in nature. Right, like Streets of Rage is the big obvious example, but if you like listen to some of the stuff he did for like Seventh Dragon, for example, still some very danceable tunes in there. Or you know, some of the Etrian audience stuff can be. Oh, it's catchy, right? Maybe that one isn't as danceable, but still very, very catchy pieces. Fellow knows how to make catchy tunes, is what I'm saying. Okay, this looks like a good space with some destructible objects to build up the skill chain. Yeah, what game soundtracks have you been listening to recently, if you've been listening to game soundtracks? For me, I've actually been listening a lot to the Windblown OST. There's some really catchy tunes in there. It's like when one guy replied to me when I said I kept on listening to the Windblown trailers for the music. They're like, dangerous music is way too powerful. And I'm like, yeah, it really is, isn't it? Super, super is. Amusingly enough, I've also been listening to a lot of the soundtrack for Marvel's Spider-Man, that game that first came out on PS4. It's a very movie-esque OST, but man, it doesn't really nail the feel of being just like super duper dramatic. It's pretty neat, actually. Especially the final boss theme, man. I think someone said it's true. Like, some music is really enhanced, or you remember it more because you remember the event associated with it, right? It's like a powerful enough moment that anytime you pop on the soundtrack, your mind just like goes right back to the moment it's associated with. That's when you know a track is good, right? Rocking some Axiom Verge earlier today. I admit, I do listen to the main theme every now and then. It's just got that cool, mysterious, ominous vibe to it that I enjoy every now and then. Marvel
Nice,
Superheroes
nice.
2, that was on PS1.
All right, I've decided. You
Got a
ready?
good soundtrack. Incidentally, I like listening to the
I
Marvel
now
vs.
have
Capcom 3
two
soundtrack
favourite
every now and
off-roaders.
then. That's a good
That's a weight off my mind.
tunes there.
I couldn't have done it without you. Cheers.
I like the character select theme. Like the original character select theme, right? Just sounds so joyous and happy. Almost makes me bummed that, you know, Ultimate's UI is the one that kind of sticks around for good reason, mind you, but I still miss kind of 3's homage to the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 character select. Oh, I didn't check to see how many stars I got on that. Oh, it was 3. Okay. I see the next one's called Dodge This, so I imagine it's going to be another near miss chapter.
We're going back to the asphalt. Sealed roads, motorways,
Dark Gravitation
hard
Zero's
surface
theme from
speed
King
and
of Fighters
agility.
2002.
And this time,
Oh yeah, the character select theme from King of Fighters 15.
My
Yes.
Viper GTS ACR.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's street
Ah, you know
legal,
what
but
was
it
my favorite
probably
thing
shouldn't
they
be.
did about that game,
Gonna
which
make a
is
seriously
incidentally I guess
wicked
ties
video.
into 14
I
a bit,
mean,
but
if that's
the way
okay
the
with you.
final stage has the main theme from 14, which is like this absolute
Let me worry about the view count. You just do your thing.
awesome, really gets you hyped up kind of song. The fact that they made that the tune for like the finals, right? Absolutely fitting, right? The kind of theme that would absolutely get you pumped up to watch the two finalists duke it out for the championship. And the way it opens up too, right? The way the theme just initially sounds muted and stuff, like you're about to enter the stadium, and then, you know, once you finally sit down and take your seats and watch the fight begin, that's when the music kicks in proper. Yeah. It's real nice. It's almost a bummer that you can only hear it like in the arcade mode. Right, you try to do it in Versus and it's just not the same, man. It's just not the same. Oh, we're in that mode. Ah, you know, I need to stop switching lanes. I'm trying to get my near miss credit here. Give you a bit of drift and a bit of speed. I imagine the target's like somewhere around 200,000. Might even be more than that, considering how much time they're giving us. What the heck? What in the world did I drop into that caused me to drop the combo? I can't just go through the roundabout safely. I didn't even get stopped by anything. Why was that a combo drop?
Let me worry about the view count. You just do your thing.
You're streaming this. Oh, thank goodness that was just a drift tap. Oh, welcome back from ads. Any dynamic theme from Killer Instinct, especially Cinder and Gargos. I think you mean Gargos, right? But yeah. All of Killer Instinct 2013's themes, they're all absolutely really, really good music, right? Mick Gordon for the first 2 seasons, and then the Cell Dweller and Atlas Plug for season 3. They all managed to do right by the music. And yeah, I like a good variable mix to the theme, right? Something that kind of changes in accordance to
Keep it slick.
what's happening to the fight. It's always real exciting when the music changes to kind of match the mood of the fight. God damn. You want the Final Night theme from Talented? Can't find it. I need to look over the credits, right? I'm sure they must have at least listed the composer. That would be a grave injustice if they didn't. But yeah. They did right by that. Oh, speaking of Talented, they also did tease the next class they were going to add. Apparently, they're throwing in a ninja. That's going to be the 7th class they add. I guess it'll be DLC, but it seems like it'll be pretty interesting, especially when they previewed some of the gameplay mechanics that Ninja would have, right? Seems pretty interesting, and I'm eager to see how they build that one out. Okay. So I might not need the full combo this. I feel like I can get 80,000 points in the next minute and a half, or 2 minutes and a half actually, provided I can stop running into cars. That'd be nice. All right. Still like how they included the OG Fulgore theme from the SNES in the middle of his OST. Yeah! That was like what Rick Gordon was really good at. He was able to kind of incorporate the old themes into the new themes in a way. Right? It wasn't... I mean, it was with Fulgore, but I think a bunch of other characters also kind of had that as well. Ooh, nice, I know, right? It's pretty cool that they're kind of just like already at work and continuing to make stuff, right? So totally want to continue supporting them. Maybe sometime in the future I'll commission like art of my character in a ninja outfit. I already have the kind of ninja outfit in mind that I want. That'd be pretty cool. It's like the end of the highway. I'm intrigued to see what they do next for What the Car. I'm pretty sure that game's still receiving like periodic updates, so I have to admit I have not checked in on it, but maybe I should. Maybe we could just like do that for an intermission. Just check back in What the Car and see all the new stuff they put in there.
Brilliant!
Oh my god, did I do it? And if I didn't, I'm probably gonna move on anyway. 271, yeah, I did it. I got it. I passed the target. Woo! Let's go. Second try, I think, right? Second try. A super wheel spin. Oh, I see the houndstooth skirt in there again. You know what? That's fine. I won't use it, but I like archers. Okay, one more skill. Or one more chapter. Let's see how they close this all out. The mother of all skill chapters. Victory
I don't know.
lap.
All this great PR and all these online views, and it still doesn't compare to that feeling when you lace a stunt right in the face of the crowd. Know what I mean? Time to go back to basics. This is my GTR.
Hydrate. Thanks.
I want you
Oh,
to
and
take
imposter
it down to
check.
the
Yep,
festival
I'll do that.
and blow some freaking minds, because that's what we do.
You like how all the shrimp fly at me when you request a posture check? Felt like it was only fitting. I know a lot of people kind of make jokes about shrimping when the posture is off. So. You say Archer, my first thought was Small Soldiers. Now that's a name I haven't thought about for a while. That was a film, right?
Yards. Turn left.
I remember watching that as part of like a Christmas movie night, committee. Yeah, they just like had it out in a theater for the holidays, and I got to watch that. Oh, fuck me. Shrimp is tasty. Shrimp is tasty. I enjoy a good shrimp. Especially when you combine it with, like, cocktail sauce. You like that movie? glad we have other small soldiers fans out there. Get them in the bowl with some butter and pepper. Yes, yes, and yes. Nice thing about shrimp, there are plenty of ways to prepare them, and they will all be tasty. Yeah, you really enjoyed that.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Do you think that that movie would ever get like a revival or a remake? I think someone in the future will go, hey, what if we just like did another Small Soldiers film, or did a Small Soldiers like 2020X, something along that line, where someone would just go, don't we already have Toy Story? But then you could go, but it's nothing like Toy Story. Oh, geez, okay, that's the water. Probably don't want to drive in that.
Turn right.
Hope not, it's perfect as it is, understandable. It's like one of those things where it's like, yeah, I kind of hope that they don't touch it because maybe the way people do things now will just mean it loses something that made it special. That's usually how it goes. Sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes people are able to adapt things well, but other times you can tell it ends up falling flat one way or another. Yeah, it's a good life philosophy to follow. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I kind of wish more people would follow that these days. Like, personally, I haven't gotten the updates yet, but apparently some people have gotten updates to Twitter and Discord, and as you might expect with like any sort of UI update for a big application or website, people are not fans of it. I remember when the last Discord mobile update happened and people were really, really not fans of it. You can at least see their point, right? In certain cases where maybe something about the old UI kind of helps facilitate doing things a certain way, and the new UI kind of breaks that, or just doesn't have that functionality at all. It kind of blows. Kind of blows, right? Other times it does feel like it's like mostly a cosmetics change, in which case, well, why do it, right? Again, as you said, right? If it's not broke, don't fix it.
And because you've been so amazing, I figured you might as well keep the car this time. Nah, I'm kidding. It's definitely mine. But you can come down and borrow any of my cars anytime you want. What are you talking about? Of course you can.
And you have so many cars. It's okay. All I have to do is just like max out this story, and then I can get a car collection, whichever one Horizon is offering me. Yeah, and if it needs to be fixed, be sure you know what you're doing. Like, or don't just do changes for change's sake, right? If you need to fix something, then
Granted,
make
he's
sure
always
there's a
excited.
good reason
But if he's
for it to be
happy and
fixed.
you're happy, then that's my job done. I'll put you two in touch again soon.
They're relying on CGI and all that BS. I'm starting to appreciate that when a film or a TV show or, you know, any kind of work does like more practical effects. Like, sure, I know there are some cases in which maybe you do want to do like computer effects because it's just the best way to get things done, or maybe it's the safest way to get things done.
Recalculating route.
Oh yeah. Good practical effect and some other techniques can really make a scene feel more believable. Alright, well, in any case, that was 2 stories, so I think we'll move on to the race portion of this night. The reason why I did 2 stories is because I think this part is probably going to go by pretty quickly, right? Like, the drag races well, they're short to begin with, and there aren't that many of those types of races either. So imagine, you know, the end of this track will probably be very quick. And I'm pretty close to unlocking the level 20 road race championship, so we have to do a few in that area, and then we can wrap things up. Yeah.
Recalculating route.
It's always that feeling, right? The feeling when big vacation's almost over, right? You have to go back to your regular life and just going, man, I wish times like these could last longer, right? I wish I could just spend a few more days off in paradise and just relax and not worry about anything except what am I gonna have for my next meal.
200 yards.
You know?
Turn right.
Just nothing that's on the level of bad that
Turn
Birdemic
around
was.
when it is safe to do so.
Granted, I didn't watch the film itself, but I definitely was like in that era when they had the internet reviewers,
100 yards.
kind of MST3K their way through it, and yeah. From the clips I saw of it there, I'm like, oh wow. They really wanted to do something here, but they just couldn't. They just didn't have the technique or the know-how or the anything. Alright, yeah, we're gonna stick with the Aventador. This was the car that got me winning all those drag races at the start, and this will be the one I keep on using to hopefully win. Let's just get started, baby. Ooh, they even got the lane divisions and everything. Although it's not one lane per car. So I guess it's just there to, Oh, what? Wait. Why is Rise just pulling ahead so goddamn far? What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna restart. Hopefully this won't bug out like the story chapters do. Hopefully they'll... Okay, yeah, it does. Alright, maybe I'll have to play dirty. Okay, Rise is over there, so... Looks like this thing accelerates. It's not fast enough to overtake. Man, when that thing gets going, it gets going. Jeez. F for execution. Yeah, sometimes you wish you could at least go, at least you tried, but sometimes there's not even that. Nope. There we go. Alright, sure, we'll do that. We're gonna play dirty. So that's what we gotta do. Track Toys shirt.
Right, you're pretty well respected on the drag strip, but how about we take this further? All you have to do is finish this. The ultimate drag strip. An idea from me and my crew with consultation from our own Jay Shah. Win here, and you'll be a Horizon legend, underground and over.
Oh, hell no. Show that Pig Iron Rimac who's boss. Oh! The Juggernaut. So this is our highway drag race. Alright. And from the name, I have to assume this is the final drag race, too. I thought it was gonna have like a big fancy logo like the other championship races. But yeah, I guess drag races tend to be over pretty quickly, so.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Alright, and then after this, we're just gonna do like some random road races till we get that championship, and then
Turn sharp left. In 200 yards.
we're gonna be headed into the end game. Fortunately, it's not like the exciting kind of endgame where a bunch of orange portals show up and then every character from the MCU shows up so that you can all team up together and kick the bad guy's butt, you know? I'm really surprised I'm still maintaining my combo here. Thought for sure that would have dropped it. Admittedly, I do have that one skill that lets me crash once and keep my combo, so maybe that came into effect.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. You have arrived at your destination.
Alright, we're gonna bank this one first. Let everything tally up and cash in. There we go. Alright. It's time to end this. And hopefully there won't be anyone who just like suddenly rockets forward all of a sudden because that would be unfortunate. Oh, and it's Rise again. Unfortunately, well, it was too far away to actually for the proper stop. Why do they get the crazy fast car? Well, I am catching up, so I guess there's that. And a more prolonged race, I guess I eventually can... Oh, no, I think they're pulling away from me. Wait, no, they're not. Yeah, okay, just throw them off. Ah, ah, ah. Oh man, I wonder what could have happened there. Oh well, so sad, too bad. Hey, wait, where'd my car go? Oh, there it is. I wonder if they expected me to be on the other side of the highway, right? The proper side of the highway. That's the thing with electric instant acceleration. I certainly felt that. Wow. A highway race like that makes me wish we had another game that had drag races in the style of the Undergrounds and the Wanteds. I think I've said this already, but that might be like my favorite version of a drag race I've seen in like a racing video game. And that's that, huh? The winner is me. Drag race is done. All right. In that case, let's do some road racing. Yeah, as you can see, I did all of them. So why don't we pick a short one? Short one is probably nearby, actually. This one looks fun.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Hopefully this won't like throw me for a loop.
400 yards.
Hopefully I didn't miscalculate things and turns out I need like another level or something to unlock the final championship.
Arrived at your destination.
Yeah, we're doing this one again. Getting started, and he reminds me. Did y'all see that they were making they were putting a real life size Gardevoir plush on for sale at like the Pokemon Center? Like, of course, the internet being what it is, I'm like, aha, wow. I'm just thinking, dang it. Why did Gardevoir have to be memed by the internet of all things? Because I'm pretty sure that would have been fun to have, but you know, anyone who picks that up is gonna be looked at funny. Level 20 in road racing unlocks the Goliath. Yeah. Part of the reason why I wanted to grind for that offline, right? Because I imagine watching me do races. I mean, I imagine I would have been fine, but you know, want to move things along. You don't get too bogged down by the details. Which is, I guess, slightly ironic considering how many times I retried some of those story chapters, but no, seriously, I did like a lot of races, right? A lot of blueprint races, actually. Like I was actively seeking ones out that had really long routes. Like, I guess apparently 40 miles is like the cap for a racing route. Because that's like the longest ones I've seen, right? They all were 40 miles, so I guess that was how long you could make your route. I also specifically look for sprint routes. Like, I imagine, you know, doing races that consisted of like a ton of laps would probably be more efficient, but I kind of needed the division, right? I don't want to be sitting here for an hour just driving in through a circuit. I mean, I enjoy racing, but I need a change of pace every now and then, even if the change of pace is just, all right, you start and stop for a bit. Here we go, road racing round 20. And by all accounts, that should get us the final championship. Oh, I thought we were gonna get La Cucaracha. Oh well, a limited edition pursuit car is pretty cool too.
Me and Rebecca have been talking.
There it
We know
is.
how much you love road racing, so we thought we'd set this special event up just for you. Welcome to the Goliath.
The final round just takes us for a full tour around the UK, I imagine. The Colossus is just a big old sprint, but the Goliath is a full tour.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
If it was up to me, it'd be a life-size Zekrom. Ha! I know Pokemon Center's done other life-size Pokemon plushes as well. This is that Gardevoir being Gardevoir, of course, the usual suspects would immediately jump in the meme on that.
Turn right. Turn around.
Looks like
when
ads
it
are
is safe
starting.
to do so. In 400 yards, turn left. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
It would be an interesting Pokemon to have be life-size if they haven't already made it life-size. Just like one of the longer Pokemon, right? Could you imagine like a plush Dragonair or plush Melodic, or heck, even like a plush Onix or Steelix? That would be an interesting plush design. Imagine it'd be very snuggly too. Pretty much just use it like a long pillow. technically my BF has a life-size one. His Sona is a pink Lucario, and it's custom made by Oh,
Calculating route.
that's pretty neat.
In 100 yards, turn right.
It's like kind of like a shiny Lucario. Well, I'm assuming shiny Lucario are a different color. You know, I kind of sort of wish Pokemon had more than like 2 color schemes. Although I can kind of understand why they don't do that, considering there's like so many of those monsters now. Like, man. Like even just making a 3rd color scheme for all of them would be a considerable amount of effort.
In 100 yards, turn left.
Ads mode. Well, we can dilly-dally for about 30 seconds until the ads end. And then we can
You have arrived at your destination.
start the Ultimate Championship race. We can just get in here real quick. Solo. The Goliath. And yeah, we're gonna stick with the Aventador. I didn't do too much car switching this time around, but... I mean, I guess outside of the stores I didn't do too much car switching, but, well, didn't have that much opportunity to. Alright. And you know what I forgot? I actually did crank up the difficulty settings because the Blue Plant races I did race in, turns out they designed them in a way such that kind of, you know, messed with the AI racers, but you could race through and soundly kick their butts. So we're just gonna dial that back, and you all are back just in time to start the final championship. Let us begin the Goliath. Oh, what a scenic starting spot. Right by the lake. Oh yeah. It's like a UK version of Outrun. Just need to get magical sound shower on the radio. You know, that would be like the biggest shock ever if we ever got like an Outrun HD or something like that. Or heck, if like Sega's whole Revival Games program eventually brought them around to Outrun. Unfortunately, I imagine the Ferrari license is going to be always the bottleneck. Unless they want to like finally ditch the Ferrari, but these two are like pretty closely associated with each other, you know? If it was Steelix, could use it as a drought excluder. Catch up to this guy at first. I mean, I got a ton of distance in which to do so. How do they do it, though? Oh! They completely bombed out there. That's my chance. Hopefully I can maintain the lead now. Surely Warumon Zaemon would be perfect for a plush being a teddy bear. I wonder, do they have plushies of that one? Or sounds like it would be fitting. Or if it would, for me, I have a Machine Dramon plush. If only, right? If only. Fortunately, when you got a series that has like a ton of characters, and some that are more popular than others, fortunately means that a lot of them will fall by the wayside. Which can be a bummer if you're like a fan of one of the less popular ones. Now we're in the mountains. I remember these mountains well. I remember that one story chapter where I had to drive down them really fast and get to that one house in like a short amount of time. It's an interesting chapter. Or heck, this is like the spot in which we started the showcase against the train. Sure was a fun time. Forza Horizon and Train showcases name a more iconic duo. Forza Horizon and Plane showcases. I feel like almost every Horizon has at least had a showcase race against some sort of aircraft. Whether it be like an old biplane or a supersonic jet or a honkin' huge cargo jet. Was there a showcase event against a helicopter? I always feel like there would be. Be a pretty good set piece, all things considered. It is pretty funny though when you think about it, right? You go back and think about it, like Forza Horizon 4 really did kind of front load all the showcases. They had one kind of like capping off every season, and then the last one didn't come too long after that, right? Compared that to like the other games, which tended to stretch those out. Right? Like even 3 was stretched them out to the point where the final race of the game, right? The one that before like the concluding cutscene was a showcase race. Cheating train driver and 5 dropping carriages. Like, how do we raise the stakes? Ah, right, we just have the train lose some weight. Make it look like it's really playing against you. Ah, the ocean. This is what a good open world driving game needs, right? At least one coastal section. Just feels right, you know? Being able to drive down the road and have the ocean on one side, just something about it really puts you at ease, you know? And hey, the beach. Remember that Top Gear chapter in which I drove back and they bamboozled me? I was like, yeah, now you have to turn around and drive back where you came from. Yeah. Fun times. In Forza Horizon 1, they had a hot air balloon. I had completely forgotten about that one. Yeah, they did. That was an interesting change of pace, right? Considering, like, most of the vehicles you race against are usually fast, and then this one is just slow. But you were just taking, like, the windiest of routes, so the balloon had plenty of time to kind of keep up. Ah, yeah, the castle. There was an event where we had to drive through it. That was actually pretty cool. I forget what Forza Horizon 2 showcase events were. I'm pretty sure they had some, even though the gameplay loop there was do a bunch of championships, right? You had to visit for one festival's. You had to go from one festival site to excuse me, go from one festival site to another, complete the races they wanted you to do there, and then rinse repeat for several car types until you did enough to go, you are the champion, my friend. And then they challenge you to complete every championship with every car class. Two's progression had a lot of repetition in it. Now that I go kind of think about it. Oh, I just remembered. There's another story insurance. That German guy does it. Ah, man. Insurance, huh? Interesting premise. Oh, hey, look, it's the little town. Remember the little town? Ah, yeah. Good times. Where it all began. I kind of miss having a suburban environment like this. Here's hoping Horizon 6 has something like this. Or something like a city, right? Either like a city they had in this game, or a city like they had in Horizon 3. That would be welcome. The Car Files, it's called. Guess I'll at least try to look for it on the map. I don't know if we'll do it, but... I just assume at like Global Influence level 120 that I would have kind of unlocked everything from that track, but... Oh, level 70 unlocks it. Okay, so it's definitely on the map then. How could I have missed that? It looks like we're about to come full circle. Going back around to the other small town here, back at the lake. You know, it is nice that we're kind of concluding things in the spring season. We get our rolling green hills and kind of nice mix of scenery and greenery here, right? To the east by Bramber Castle. Alright. I'll have to look over there. There we have it. I am the winner. I am the ultimate winner. I have proven myself to be the superstar of Horizon. Yes, give me those credits. Really? A whole ass level again? Man, your level scaling is like out of whack. You know that? I'm speaking to the game. And probably apparent, but I figured I'd just make that more so. And, yeah. That's... You did it! Hooray! Winner! Super duper champ. Way to go, buddy. I wish they would have at least said something, but, you know. I guess satisfaction is its own reward. I don't know. It's weird after they acknowledge your victory in the other championships. The fact that they say absolutely nothing for this one. Oh, yeah, here it is. The car files. Oh, it's a business too, though. Drift Club, obviously a story. Upgrade Heroes is a business. Business delivery is its own thing, but yeah. Does this game have credits? I assume it would be in settings. Oh, there we go. Team credits. I guess at least they have this. Yeah, we did it. Woo! We saw a lot of what Forza Horizon 4 had to offer, right? That was a fun revisit, and I'm glad to at least get the complete experience through it. I've said it many times before, but I did play through it the first time it came out, but life circumstances kind of prevented me from enjoying it to the fullest. So I'm glad I was able to kind of get through a lot more of it now. It's a good map, right? I do enjoy the map, and the fact that seasons have like such a substantial change on the map too, right? Like when the difference between winter and fall and summer and spring, it's pretty pronounced. It does feel like even if the map is perhaps not too large, but you can at least get a different feel each week. The locales are pretty neat too, right? Kind of like the city and the suburbs, and a whole lot of forest, and you had the quarry too, and the lake, and the beach. AI balancing. Are they kidding? Right? Like what? Wait, they had the department? Could have fooled me, right? Yeah, one person did that. Could have fooled me with how ropey the drivatars were. Well, that's the thing, right? They use drivatars, which is like reliant on player data, and, well, yeah, right? But certainly added in a lot of other stuff that would become, that would carry over to Forza Horizon 5, right? The way that they did, like, the big weekly event where you had to complete a bunch of goals and hit certain thresholds to unlock vehicles, and then there was the Forzathon Live, right? They called it that in this game. Only had it per hour, but at the very least they felt a lot more meaningful that way. Even if the tasks maybe could have been improved. Also, this was the game that also introduced things like Super 7, which was kind of a neat way to serve up the player-created events. And it felt like they had more stakes here too, right? They had the high-stakes version, which I think was like you had to do all 7 of them in a row, or else you were going to lose out on everything you earned up to that point. And I think Eliminator was probably more realized here by virtue of the UK map being smaller. So Battle Royale felt more eventful, I imagine. The stories I felt like were... I enjoyed the stories more here, mostly because they didn't try to do anything too deep with them, right? It was just an excuse for you to get into cars and just like do silly things in them, right? Especially the stunt driver one, where it was just, yeah, we're gonna let you do cool things with cool cars, and just a brief gag with your look-alike that was just literally you, but in a fancy suit. That was a pretty good bit, too. And this was the game that also introduced character customization. And I have to admit, I kind of enjoy some of the items here. I wish they'd returned, right? Some of the items returned for Forza Horizon 5. Like, as much as I enjoy the clothes options there, I don't know. I wouldn't have minded having, like, the form-fitting skirts make a return there. That would have been cool, but now well. Why are the Motorsport team being credited for this? Good question. It does make you wonder. Yeah, because they would have been working on, like, Forza Horizon 6 and 7, right? Yeah. Kind of unusual. And they did keep this game around for longer, too, right? Like, most... Like, Horizon games before, 4 had, like, the 4-year life cycle, at which point they kind of cut them off. But this one stuck around for 6, I think. Yeah, 6 years. I think it's mostly because of development slowing down and, you know, extraneous circumstances, like the world situation, probably contributed to that as well. Yeah. This game had a good run, and hopefully everyone who wanted to pick it up was able to pick it up to an extent, right? Because, yeah. Certainly, one for the record books. And while I may be kind of wrapping things up for the main game, we do have the expansions, right? Fortune Island and LEGO Speed Champions. I do plan on playing those in the future. I'm just holding off. I feel like they have, like, themes to them that I think would be... That would really fit if I were to wait for my live 2D debut to get around to them. And yeah, this is to mix things up too, right? We'll definitely come back to play the DLC, but I want to play Tokyo Extreme Racer and get into that. But yeah, well, all that to say that, yeah, Fortune Island and is still in the cards, right? It's been in the cards for a long time and still in the cards, and I do want to play LEGO Speed Champions again, right? I know I did it already, but I could do it to a wider audience. That would be pretty cool, right? Glass Egg Digital, they do all the car scanning. Ah, do they? I guess there would be a market for that, considering, you know, just how many, not just, driving games, but I imagine a bunch of other applications would probably not mind having a 3D representation of a car. Panic Button. I've heard of this company name a lot. I think they do a lot of porting work. If I remember correctly, they're doing the port for Forza Horizon 5. Right? Forza Horizon 5 on PS5, they're doing the work for that. Also, have we talked about that yet? Forza Horizon 5 is coming to PS5. Almost feels like one of the great walls coming down, you know, right? It's like, you know, even with the announcement that Microsoft did last year that, yeah, we're bringing a bunch of former exclusives to other platforms, people always assumed, oh no, Microsoft's gonna hang on to Forza, that's gonna be Xbox PC. But they went and, oh, I see Sumo Digital did the Steam version. You know, good team, right? It's a good team for if you wanted to do a racing game. If you want a company that has racing game chops, Sumo Digital is a good one of those, right? they got a good history with racing games there. Ah, no credit for the Eliminator guy. Oh, did they show the voice credits? Ah, kind of bummed I missed them. I'm pretty sure they got some really good talent, though, considering that the company who normally develops these games is based in the UK, and this game is in the UK. They probably were able to get a bunch of good talent for this game. But yeah, Forza Horizon 5 on the PS5. It makes sense when you think about it, right? Like, Motorsport probably won't stand a chance because Gran Turismo is on that console. So, Horizon will probably make the most sense for them to bring over. And it's going to have crossplay and everything. So, hey, that's gonna be cool. I'm glad that more people will be able to experience Horizon, right? Even if it is Horizon 5, it's something at least, right? Sure, Horizon 5's got its wrinkles and certainly a lot of things you could criticize it for, but as far as open world games go, it's not the worst, right? At the very least, it'll be something to at least be able to experience Horizon in some form. And in practicality terms, too, it's like the only Horizon that's still available, so, like, what else are they gonna port, right? Unless they, like, just come out of nowhere and go, hey, guess what, we're gonna remaster Forza Horizon 1, but that's like a snowball's chance in hell at this point, I imagine. Yup. Yeah, I missed him. I missed him! Dang it. Oh, considering Eliminator, I believe, was like a post-launch, content kind of deal. I guess they didn't modify the credits to... No, they did modify the credits, because they had credits for the LEGO stuff. I guess they just... For some weird reason, they didn't put an Eliminator guy. What the heck? Yeah, that's dumb. Like, unless the guy didn't want to be credited, that's the only thing I can think of, but... Why would they use him again, then? Jessica's in there then twice. Da-dee-da by Foo Fighters. Wait, how many Horizon games has Foo Fighters appeared in? Because I think they have a song in Horizon 5. Or is that another band? I don't remember. Oh wait, they have Rapper's Delight. Oh my god. That guy needs more work with how he goes all in. Hopefully he's getting some gigs, right? Hopefully some people are looking out for him. Queens of the Stone Age. Oh, the Killers! I'm just looking at group names now. Like, some of these credits are really elaborate, and you get ones that are just like, song performed by artist, written by writer. Oh, and this is all the... Sunrise. If I remember correctly, that's like an original song composed for this game, but unlike the other songs that they eventually put out for Forza Horizon 5, you can't really listen to this in any form, which is a bummer, because it really made the intro sequence. Oh, okay, now we're getting to the software credits, so we must be close to the end now. Get him doing film trailers? He'd be perfect for that. Certainly would provide the amount of ham and drama needed. Cheese, too, sometimes. Oh, there we go, the disclaimer. So... Are the credits gonna loop? Oh, okay, they just kick us out. Alright, that works too. The autumn version of that is your fave. It was a pretty good bit, but yeah. On that note, that has been a playthrough of Forza Horizon 4. It was a fun ride down memory lane, even if the memory lane was like only several years old. Still good time. I hope you have enjoyed going on this ride with me as much as I have enjoyed going on it. Certainly more to do, right? Like I said before, there's Fortune Island, there's Lego Speed Champs. We'll get to those in time, right? In time. But that will conclude things there. And I believe for now, yeah, I'll go ahead and call it here. Have a good night. Yeah, you have a good night too. Have yourself a good morning, and hope Thursday and Friday go well for you. Yeah, and thanks to everyone who came by and hung around and chatted, and even if you just lurked, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll be back on Friday, where I'll check out the demo for Passant. It's a chess roguelite. I've been rather interested in this, right? Any game that takes chess and puts a good twist on it, I will dig. I played it a few times. I like what it's got so far, and I want to show it off. Also, you'll get to see how bad at chess I am. Like, my god. I was trying to get through some of those levels. I'm just like, man. How do the pros do it? But, yeah. I think for now, we'll look for someone to raid. But I think first things first. Gonna fire up some music here. And since we are wrapping things up, let's put Sunrise up here, right? Get to listen to this majestic piece one more time. Alright, let's see who's on. A lot of Fortnite players tonight. I'm pretty sure the Godzilla event ended, right? And is Hatsune Miku still in rotation? Like, can you still get her outfit? I can't believe I lucked out that other night and found someone else who's playing Forza Horizon 4 who also happened to be a vtuber. I wonder if I should look for that again. Just look at Forza Horizon 4 since we are wrapping things up in that game. Streaming Forza Horizon 4. Looks like they're just streamers, so... you know what? Is anyone playing Forza Horizon 5? Speaking of which, I'm still playing that game, but one of the things I did notice was that they added an option so you can change the intro video now, so you're not just stuck with the standard intro, right? You can pick like all the previous event ones they did, and I'm like actually shocked because there were way fewer of those than I thought there would be, right? Because they did like the special edition ones for the Horizon 10th anniversary, where they went and recreated the intros for the previous 4 Horizon games. And then they did like a special intro video for the Italian automotive. And then they did one for the synthwave. And that's it. I could have sworn there were more, right? Like, the game was out for 4 years. Couldn't have possibly had just like those, but I guess they did. Oh, and from what I've read, apparently they want to add in like a thing where, you can actually switch up the world to include, you know how they like change up the world like depending on certain events, right? Like how they'll add things to the stadium. Apparently they want to try to add in a feature that lets you kind of manually switch to particular things. So that would be pretty cool, right? Especially with those particular things that were like one-offs before. Like if they let us add in the Forza Horizon tribute stages, things like that, that would be pretty cool. Okay. Alright. I think I might have found someone. I wonder if I've raided them before, because... Oh, worth raiding them again. They're playing an older game too. Granted, it's a different older game, but that's the thematic connection I'm going with. Right, looks like we got things open, so our raid message will be... There. Raid messages, Horizon Champions raid, and the fellow we're raiding into is Lord of Femboys. They are playing The Witcher 2. Yeah, The Witcher 2. It should be interesting, right? Another old school game. They're in an intense moment, so we should probably give them our support, right? If you're joining on the raid, give them a Horizon Champions raid, and if not, have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you on Friday for Passant. Take care. Yeah, as far as I can tell, is 4 the only game that doesn't have an ending? Like, I know 3 has an ending, 5 at least has some semblance of an ending. I believe 2 at least acknowledges an ending. I never got to the end of 1, but I'm almost certain that probably has an ending. It would have been nice, at least, right? Nice to say, yes, you've done it. You are now the greatest racer in the UK or something like that, right? Anything. Ah, alright. See ya. Also, hi, Zia Miruka.